Hello folks, it's time for another Bitcoin market analysis by Innsbruck Crypto. Let us see what happened today and what's happening. And as predicted, we reached our 39.2. We had a retest, both failed actually. Then we went up again. And then we just went to, what was that? 39.6. That's where a price we maintained a little bit before we had a big pump up driven by futures, as I'm going to show you later on. Interesting here, and I was busy with work today, and unfortunately I didn't detect that in time. The weights ratio dumped twice this time. I mean here and here, indicating that whales are sending less Bitcoin. And usually when that happens, that's always close before they have or make such kind of dump, as you can see here, right? It's when they are demanding, and they cut the demand, the price just, well, I would say that's a little dump before it goes up like hell. And that happens many times. I can show you that here as well. It happened here, as you can see, just before the price just went down. Then it goes up. And the same here, then it goes up. Well, I missed that. That happens. And however, we can see what's happening right now. The weights ratio 30 hours average rised and is declining now, indicating less bitcoins by whales to exchanges. The stablecoin supply is still declining. That's bearish, very bearish in my opinion. I will show you the USDC, the redeemed one. It maintains very high. And the stablecoin reserves on exchanges rised, as you see here, and is declining right now. I have detected some big stablecoin outflows from Binance that's usually 2 to 3 times per day, 130 million. Also not really bullish. We had here a big outflow indicating by the net flow that was today in the morning, but those are related to derivative exchanges. I will show you later on. So now the weights ratio is indicating 0.83. That's high, but yeah, just if we take this here, we can see we are like here indicating a downward trend. So we need to see what happens next. I'm not going to teaser that, so let us see. Also here, very clear, we received today in the morning almost 2,800 Bitcoin to the spot exchanges. And the next big volume was 450 Bitcoin, so nothing big. And 2 hours ago, 370 Bitcoin, so really not big at all. We have our stablecoin net flow here and also showing that, for example, here 92 million US dollars. Well, almost 140 million US dollars in the last 2 hours just. We're living the spot exchanges and no big inflows coming in. We had some big inflows here, but that was yesterday evening. So today it was looking very flat, and it seems these guys were just, yeah, planning a little bit. I had mentioned that in the last 2 days that I was expecting a lift up to 41, 42K 42K, just also related to some option trades. But yeah, we need to talk about that later on when we see the market drivers and who pumped this market, and we will talk about that. That would explain why they could pump the market price without big stablecoin inflows. So, my future trading chart. Funding rate. What happened today? Well, the funding rate yesterday just went down, of course, just following a little bit the price action and people thinking we are going maybe not only retest the 39.5, or at least that was 39.2, but even maybe have a breakout there. Didn't happen. The funding rate afterwards have started to lift up and declined a little bit and is lifting up again, indicating that people are demanding more longs than shorts, of course, following the price action. The open interest, we can see that here just went like in that direction, is lifting up again, so they triggered some FOMO, it seems. The leverage ratio did, well, is declining right now, I guess, because they liquidated a lot of shorts at the same time. Um, Hello, mouse. Thanks. So, if we take a look here to the stablecoins, we can see it looks more red than green, right? So, it seems these guys were preparing this operation just 1-2 days before. We can see here 175 million inflows and then more outflows, 120 million. Today it was the biggest one, 160 million outflow, and not really big inflows. 80 million. Yeah. Sometimes I think these guys are still using some shorts, for example, and they flip then to long. So it wouldn't wonder me if they maintain the money in the exchanges, the stablecoins. They don't need to take them out. And you remember the Wales ratio chart where I explained we have noticed some big outflows related to derivative exchanges. Well, we can see here we had this morning Bitcoin outflows from derivative exchanges that was a total volume of 8,900 Bitcoin. And where I say, okay, that's not bullish at all because it seems they are taking profit. But in that case, it wasn't really. I was wrong. I was wrong, or at least they have much more Bitcoin still in the derivative exchanges. And I thought that's a bearish signal, but yeah, we know what happened afterwards. So we can see here 1,700 bitcoins went in afterwards, and 1,400 out, 700 in, 1,000 out. We had maybe a little bit more Bitcoin inflows than outflows, but almost neutral, so nothing big indicating here. So we have here the Bitcoin reserves on spot exchanges, and since 22nd, after we received big inflows and lifting up of Bitcoin reserves on the spot exchanges, it was something like 22,000 Bitcoins. That was the max level we have detected related to that. And I mean, we still have 19,850 Bitcoins from all these inflows of March 22nd or after March 22nd. And even today, if we take a look, I mean, that's so unbelievable. We did really a big pump, and I mean they didn't. I don't think they didn't withdraw this bitcoins yet, but 342 Bitcoin less in the reserves since we have started to pump. So I can imagine we should even decline a little bit more. But yeah, I don't think we will. We have absorbed all these 20,000 Bitcoin today because it was much more driven by futures. I will show you that. So who is driving the market or what is driving the market? Of course, not the spot one, because the spot one, as you can see here, it was in a downward trend, then it lifted up a little bit, then down again, then it lifted up and down and down, and it maintains, maybe a little bit lifting up again, right? That was FTX. The same aggregated up, down again, up and down. Okay, doesn't look like what we can see here in price action, right? But, of course, coin margin futures. Up, down, up, yeah, maintain the price and is leading up again. And the same, and that's the main driver here, of course, stablecoin futures indicating, okay, we lift up the price while spot traders can distribute their bitcoins, so that's not bullish at all, while they maintain the price, as you can see here. Of course, it's declining a little bit because they are closing some future contracts and open new one and so on and so forth. You can see here, at least for coin margin contracts. For stablecoin, it maintains just. So while the sell pressure rise, the price declined a little bit, and that's what's happening at the moment. The biggest volume happened once here and here, and that makes sense because we are talking, let me check here, we are talking about this area here and here. So, well, I would say always nice to see how these guys are using futures just to sell even more, and that's absolutely not bullish. Some people say, I don't care, Inspo, as long the market goes up. That's short term. That's absolutely short term. That's not bullish. That's not going to make you rich. Okay? They are fooling you. They are telling you, hey, look, we are buying huge. We are going to moon. No, we are not going to moon because these guys are bearish. They just want to make quick profit and sell more spot. That's everything. They are just using futures to fool you. That's the only thing. And that makes me a little bit angry because I would love to see such kind of move. The same here or the same here related to the spot market. That would be bullish. And then you would see me as a big bull with maybe also with red eyes. I don't care. But this here is just crap. This here is just bearish. And yeah, I don't like that. I absolutely don't like that. Like, I don't like this here, okay? I don't like that FTX is making such kind of ops here. I don't like that. It's not what I'm expecting from a healthy market, okay? To see such kind of trade activity, trade bot activity like here pump the market with futures, or like what FTX tried here again with Deribit and Huobi, okay? Such kind of little scam pump. Come on, guys. I mean, this market can make better things than that. However, we can see also Coinbase. That was Coinbase. These guys were the only ones. They have started to accumulate all the time. So that was actually the only one that were accumulating. And well, these guys are using, of course, now the opportunity to sell. But I mean, that's for me absolutely okay. Even if maybe they have started to use also futures to maintain the price. But so we can see here FTX open interest is declining, funding rate is declining. Aggregated stablecoin margin, but it's not aggregated, it's just FTX showing here. So it maintains its level yet, but as you can see, red, red, red. So it wouldn't wonder me if they will start to dump soon. And the same we can take a look here too. Binance funding rate is declining. Open interest is declining. Also here related to coin margin contracts and stablecoins still holding, but as you can see, red, red, red is coming, so they are selling, and in my opinion, we will see that, but it looks like a big pump and dump. I don't know if we are going back to 39.5 or maybe maintain the price at 40,500 just to go up even more afterwards. That's possible. We need to check what happened there. We can see here some liquidations, but also here how they pushed the market actually with even more contracts. Not the same here, but also here we can see that while the funding rate is declining. So let us check the walls. That's Coinbase. I see a lot of activity here at 38 and 39. Are they preparing something? Deribit 42.7 and 35.4, but nothing big. Binance Spot. No, nothing big. 130 Bitcoin waiting at 41.5, but nothing big. And then also we see more walls and lower ranges. In my opinion, also here it doesn't really look very bullish, but Bitfinex was at 41.8, 42 and higher areas, but here's the cluster. We still have the cluster right there and another one in lower ranges, so also it seems they are still expecting a bearish price action. FTX controlling the price. Oh, also interesting. Look there. They shifted the walls from upper walls to lower walls. Was that indicating the pump? Looks like. Because these ones were indicating the dump. Is Sam talking to us? Sorry. I don't know, but looks very interesting. And right now it's spoofing, of course, and so on and so forth. BitMEX. Ah, BitMEX, also very interesting. In my opinion, is BitMEX undervalued because these guys are part of the game. Just to say nope, nope, and then go up. Okay, also interesting. Binance Futures, my favorite one. Of course, that's what I was looking for. 42K, they reinforced, yeah, they reinforced the wall, it seems. They removed it, and then they have started again to reinforce them. So we have here this wall here. You see the whole cluster. We don't have any big buy pressure, as you can see. We had this one here to maintain the price. Then they try to maintain the price above, below, above, below, and the price follows. So what does that mean? Well, I think that looks like it's going to go down again. It matches to the other observations we did. Let us take a look to Bitfinex. Huge cluster here. What's happening there? Okay, since yesterday it seems. That's a big one. And nothing more. Okay, that's really a big one since yesterday it seems. And FTX spot. We have here at 37. In my opinion, they are preparing something. It doesn't really look bullish. Okay, well, that's it.